Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel for another video. Today we will be taking the Towa deck. So you already bought the ultimate Towa deck, right? So what is next? If you want to play from out of the box, no one is going to stop you. But if you want to make it better by including a little bit more, by putting a little bit more money in it, by upgrading it, here is the $15 upgrade option for your Towa deck profile. However, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a card that you can put it in. One card that you're going to put it in that's going to make the deck way better. But is it going to be like $400 better? No, not exactly. But if you have it, put it in. If you can afford it, put it in. If not, just stick with the $15 option. Your deck is just going to flow way better. All right, so let's go and we're going to take a look at what we're gonna need. Of course, we are gonna be needing the ultimate deck, and I am gonna be advising you to get 2 decks so that we can smash some of the cards together, because we're gonna take out some cards and we're gonna increase some quantity of the cards in the deck itself. If you want to buy singles, no one is gonna like afford you for buying singles, but you're gonna miss out on the very good cards like Topo, like Protector of the People. Those are really good cards anyways. If you can buy singles on those cards, they are very, very expensive. So buy 2 decks, smash it together. That's how we start. Alright, so instead of taking out some of the cards, I'm going to show you, because we're going to take out a lot of cards, I'm going to show you what do we need to include in the deck. So now you have 2 decks, you smash it together. Now you take out all the cards, but put all these cards in left in the deck itself. Take note also that some of the quantities have been increased, like Power Burst it's 3 instead of 2, Dark Shimmer is 3 instead of 2, you get the idea, like Majin Buu is 4 instead of 2. Yep, you get the idea. So this is it. Don't throw away the rest of the cards, because those are really good. You're gonna use it for your other decks anyways, like Topo, Protector of the People, that 1 Power Burst that you have left, that Imperial, like Inspiration, you are gonna be needing them. Black Marseille, you're gonna be needing them in other decks. However, for this deck, we're gonna keep it theme, we're gonna make it flow better, we're gonna increase the potency, we're gonna increase the aggression, we're gonna at the same time make it more defensive. So when you play, you can feel it. This whole deck just flows better. And we're gonna start with our basic building block. These are the cards that we are gonna be keeping in your ultimate Towa deck. But if you're gonna buy singles, these are the singles that you're gonna buy. Instead of, if you don't want to take 2 and you want to smash it together, these are the singles that you're gonna buy on top of this. So you need the 1 Dark Shimmer, 1 Power Burst, so that you can add it to your Towa deck. All right. Okay, so the first card that you need to buy is 4 of this Towa Rewriting of History. If you take a look at the artwork, you know they gel very well together with the deck. This card is designed for the deck, because when you play this card, you're going to take 1 Dark Dragon Ball and add it into your hands. Your deck has Dark Dragon Ball. So you play him, play her, take 1 Dark Dragon Ball and put it into your hands. Tap 2, if you have 3 or more energy, you discard 1 Dark Dragon Ball, which has colored. That's the bad part. If it's black, that would be so good. But you need a colored deck, colored one. So that is why we are playing the Parasitic Ball instead of the Dark Dragon Ball. So if you discard that Dragon Ball, what you're gonna do here is you go to the deck, instead of like looking at top 7, you just tutor either Dark Broly if you want to play a Dark Broly. If not, play a Xeno card that's 4 less from your deck directly and slap it on the field. So it's just this is one of your main engine that we're gonna be doing, and you can start this as early as turn 3 when you set this up correctly. It's not difficult to set this up anyways. And this card costs like $150, so if you get 4 of them, throw in rolls. And I believe that if you go to Majin Buu Candy Shop, and you try to look for it, you can get it at an even lower price, because a lot of people have a lot of this lying around, and they will sell you. So now we are down to $6. Alright, so we are going to be increasing we're going to play it with theme also, so we're going to be putting in Lord Slug, Dark Parasite. We're going to include Lord Slug into the deck. Lord Slug, Dark Parasite, Lord Slug out of control. Lord Slug, Dark Parasite is your board clear, because when you play him, your opponent either chooses Unison card. It doesn't matter if he has like 1 marker on it, 2 markers on it, or 10 markers on it. He has to take it and put it into the drop area. If he doesn't do that, you and your opponent draws the card, and your opponent chooses all his battle card, and then he KOs it. It doesn't KO anything with barrier, but I believe that with this card, with the cost of this card, the playing cost of this card, you get a lot of value. But you're not going to swing with this card, because by tapping 2, you can evolve Lord Slug Auto Control on it when this card is triple strike, 25k, ultra aggressive. But if this card is in rest mode, your opponent cannot attack your leader card or unison card. So your opponent has to take care of him before your opponent can either hit your unison card and your leader card. So this guy is very aggressive and defensive at the same time. Really good value for 2 costs. You can play him out for 0 cost though. I'm gonna show you later. Alright, so this is around 50 cents to 80 cents per card, but if you're gonna go to Majin Buu, Candy Shop, or you're gonna get it from your friends, I believe they can do it way cheaper for you, because these are just uncommon cards and rare that most people have lying there and no one's touching it. I do have them in my extra ones in my deck, in my collection, that I don't play with them anyway. So if anybody wants it, most probably I could give them away. But don't message me, I'm not gonna ship it to you. It doesn't make sense, it's very expensive. However, you should be able to get them at like 450 for one full set of them. Thirdos Dark Parasite and Thirdos Chaotic Rampage, we are going to be playing them for 4 costs. This is a blocker that when he activates blocker, your opponent needs to drop card, and then you're going to, but most probably not gonna use him, because for 2 costs you get a 30k critical double strike. Why 30k? Because when this guy swings in the battle, you can combo with a green card from your drop area on top of him. So minimum, it is gonna be a maximum 35k, minimum 30k when he swings double strike crit. The best part about him is that he plays a mind game, because when he swings, when you play him, your opponent has to discard a card. That's crazy. When you evolve, right? Your opponent has to discard a card, and then your opponent flips 2 of his cards up. So now you know 2 of his life up. So now you know which are the 2 cards that is going to get crit. If they are bad cards that you don't mind, you want your opponent to have it in their hands, swing with a leader, swing with a Lord Slug, so their opponent will take that card into their hands. But if they are good cards like Super Combo, like negate something that they need in their engine, now you swing with Thirdos, minimum 30k, triple strike, double strike crit. So if your opponent does a combo out of that guy, doesn't combo out of this 30k crit, your opponent needs to take their 2 cards and see them and put them into their drop area. So great mind game when this guy is on the board. Definitely recommend to play. So 3, 4 uncommon cards and rare cards, so hopefully you can get it at 450 for full set. So basically that's it. We are just gonna be adding that few cards, that 19 cards into your deck, and you should be able to get a pretty good card. 18 cards in your deck, you should be able to get a pretty good deck going. So let me do a little explanation on the flow of the deck itself. But if you want a more detailed explanation, it should be right up here. There should be a card appearing now. This is me doing this deck profile on this deck itself. More detailed explanation. This is going to be a simplified one. So there are 2 lines of play with this deck after the upgrade. You have Dark Shenrong, -3 ability. You can play this from the deck, and then you can play this 2 from your hands, because there are 3 costs with your leader's ability. But if there's a second line of play, which is Towa rewriting history from your deck. You can tap 2, you can play Majin Buu. Majin Buu looks up to top 7, and then you can play 1 of the 6 costs. But more than just that, there is a lot of synergy in this deck, because if these cards are in your hands, we play 4 off so that this thing hits more consistently. I've never missed before, honestly. But if these cards are in your hands, they are not dead cards, because if you're gonna go off with the Dark Shenrong's ability, you are able to evolve on top of your 4 costs. Because this guy, -3 at the start of a turn, it's not a how do you say that? You don't need any energy. So this guy, it's gonna be on top for free, and then you're just gonna tap 2, evolve Thirdos, tap 2, evolve Lord Slug, just like that. So you can do that if you want to. And no one is stopping you and saying, oh, if you play Dark Shenrong, you cannot play Towa. You can play both at the same time. It's just that your opponent takes out Dark Shenrong or Towa, you have the other cards to play. If not, you can evolve on top of them anyways. So this is how the whole synergy, the whole flow of the deck just works way better. But if you're gonna ask me and say, what about the defensive option? This is the beauty of the deck, because this deck itself, it's aggressive and defensive at the same time. And then you're gonna ask me, hey SensoPop, how does that work? I'm going to show you how does that work, because I am a very nice guy and you guys are very, very good viewers. I love you guys. Okay, so Majin Buu, the Shadow Warrior, this guy is one of the best card in the deck, because when he is a 30k that can bring out a 6-drop Lord Slug. So this guy can bring him out, and all this is just 2 energy. And when this, you can swing with this guy, and this, when this guy is in rest mode, drop 2. When your opponent tries to attack your leader card, your opponent has to drop 2, and this guy is a barrier. So your opponent needs some kind of skills to take him out. But when he's but you have a second layer of defense, because Lord Slug out of control, it's right there. When they manage to take care of Majin Buu, then they have to take care of Lord Slug out of control, because when Lord Slug is in rest mode, this is a triple striker, alright? Your opponent needs to take care of him before, because to feel safe. If they cannot attack leader card or unison card. So you have 2 layers of defense. You have a barrier Buu, or you have a very aggressive Lord Slug, 20k, 35, 25k, very difficult to take care of. And you think, oh, that's great, but it is still vulnerable. Not really, because you also have Lord Slug Unbridled Might, which is a 2x giant blocker. This guy can come out so easily at turn 3 for almost like a 0 energy, because you're doing it during your opponent's turn. Now you have a 2x25, 2x giant blocker. Your opponent cannot attack your leader card or unison card because of Lord Slug and Majin Buu. In all of them, it's not that they need to be in like an active mode. They all need to be in rest mode except for Lord Slug, right? So you can swing with 30. So you are aggressive and defensive at the same time. So your leader cannot get hit unless they can get out of this. This is the Buu Slug defense, aggression defense mechanism. More details at the end of the video. At one of those cards. Alright, so this is the end of the deck profile. That you can see that we'll be playing a lot of battle cards. We are keeping a theme. We're going to increase the flow, or for around like a 15 to 16 if you're unlucky. Alright, dollars. However, there is a very, very expensive card that I promise you there is an upgrade option. It is just 1 card. It is going to be Cell Xeno Unspeakable Abomination. This card is $400 if you can get your hands on it. Unfortunately, most of the website, this is sold out. He is very, very good. Is it $400 good? No, not really. Not really. You can play with this deck without the cards, but if you have it, or you love the deck so much that you want to invest on it, this is your option. There is a cheaper option at 1/3 of the price. It is the new SCR Majin Buu reincarnation of Demonic Evil. Very good card, because you can swing with the Lord Slug if your opponent negates it, because they're not gonna engage with your Thurdos, and they're not gonna engage with your Lord Slug. These are the 2 things that they are not gonna engage in. So they're going to pay 1 cost to negate it. However, this guy, it's a counter negate. So you could play tap 3, play this guy, counter the attack. Now they have to deal with that 30k the double strike crit, or that 25k triple striker. And more than just that, now you have a 40k on board just for 3 energy. Really, really good card, sings really well, and this is a Xeno card, so just perfect card to play. Alright, so this is the end of my deck. This is the end of my deck profile, and I hope you like it. I do it in an upgrade option. It's exactly the same. If you'd like to see more, this is one of those cards over there. Should be over here. It's the gameplay and the more detailed explanation of the deck profile. However, with $15, $16, I think it's pretty good. Alright, so hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give your comment down in the comment section. See you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao, bye.